What's up guys, it's Frock for Duck, and this is a PowerMac G4 Cube. I recently bought this and it was incredibly dirty, especially underneath the acrylic. And unfortunately I couldn't find any tutorials on how to actually separate the acrylic from the body on the inside. So that's what today's tutorial is going to show you. A Torx screwdriver is required for this, so just putting that out there before we start this. So to begin, we pretty much just need to flip over the cube, and then we just simply need to push on this and take the internals out, like so. And again, you'll notice that this entire section is still connected to the acrylic, which this bit is what we actually want to separate. If we take a look inside, you can pretty much see there's only 6 screws keeping us out. There are 2 Phillips head screws here, and there's 4 Torx screws here around the heatsink. So to start, I'm going to select a Phillips head screw. I believe Phillips head 2, Phillips head 1 either should work. I'm not sure what the actual size is, but as long as you don't strip it, it's fine, I guess. And then simply just unscrew it. Like so. Same thing for the other side. So to get these out, we're actually going to need a T10 bit, and then you just simply start unscrewing until it comes out like so. Now these bits that sit on top of the heatsink, you'll notice that these actually spin, and they spin to lock it in. So once you spin that, you can actually take that out. And you can actually see how this works. They're usually sitting like this. When you spin it to the flat side, it's able to slide out. And you can see here, that is how the piece is screwed on. Alright, so all the screws are out, which means I can turn these things so the flat side's facing, and I can take them out like so. Now you may notice this black part has become loose and it's sort of just jiggling around here. You may be tempted to try and take this out now, but now isn't the time to take this out because the other side of the grill is still in the way. And these metal bits here are actually going to prevent you from taking it out. The thing I'd suggest to do is just to lift this thing up and push the grey part of the grill out. And that should just pop out from there. And once that's out, you should be able to just take this, lift it up and turn it a bit, and that should just come out like so. And that's pretty much it. Once that's out, you can pretty much start to lift this. Do be careful because there is a chance you could scratch the acrylic. So just try and lift that out carefully. There we are. And would you look at that? Now it's separated. This is what a PowerMac G4 Cube looks like. Without its shell on, it looks kind of horrific. Now, if your machine's anything like mine, you'll notice that this top part is kind of starting to come off, which can result in this thing falling out. I've had this fall out a few times on me. And this is the diffuser for the light. So to put this back in, you just kind of want to lift that up and just slot it in like that. And that's pretty much it. Now, when it comes time to reassemble the machine, you may not remember which way to actually put the thing back in. So the best way to know is that there's 2 sides. There's a side with the Apple logo and all of the copyright text on the back. Now on your little piece here, you'll notice that there's one side with a line going down the middle, and you can see the other side doesn't have that, and then these sides are for the antennas. If you take the part of the cube that has the line and line it up with the copyright text, that's pretty much the way to put it back in. And then you just want to gently lower this in, ensuring not to scratch the beautiful acrylic of the computer. And then I'd probably use these 2 things in here to sort of line it up. And you'll know it's lined up when you can see the thread through this hole here where the Phillips head screw goes. You actually want to put this piece in first, the black piece. So like before, you kind of lay it in this way, and then you kind of want to lift it up and spin it so it goes in. And then once that's done, you can just line up those rings over the holes and push it down. And then you want to take this gray piece, lift it up, and just kind of slot it underneath. Screw the Phillips head screws back in. You can then take these 4 black parts here, make sure that this flat side is facing on the bottom and the flat edge here is facing towards the black piece. And you mostly just want to line it up like that and then give it a turn. I forget which way. Yeah, turn it at least for this one clockwise so that the flat piece isn't on there. And now that's pretty much locked in. Do this for all 4 sides. And then you simply take your Torx screw and screw it in. Do this with all 4 screws. And then all you gotta do is take the cube and slide it back in. Yes!